This is Josh Wright after Kent Senior Cup final. Ebbsfleet 0, Welling 1. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Frustrated, disappointed, gutted, because I wanted to win it, and we came here to win it, albeit with obviously some changes. But you can't have that many clear-cut chances first half and not take one. It can't happen. Cannot happen in any aspect of football, a league game, a cup game. But they weren't just half chances, they're clear-cut chances. I think we've hit the woodwork 4 times, I think it was in the first half. And then on top of that, which is so frustrating, is once we then did have them moments and we conceded the goal and they sort of dug in a little bit and sat in, we stopped doing what was getting us the joy. Stopped asking the questions, stopped putting the balls into areas and the openings that we were getting. But to go in at half-time 1-0 was a massive sucker punch and crazy, if I'm honest with you. But you can't have that many chances, albeit we didn't have them second half. I'm not stupid enough to know. I know Dom's one's offside, we hit the crossbar again, but we didn't ask enough questions second half. It's all good and well we saying get the ball forward and put it but they sat so deep and so compact, it's very difficult, and you're trying to stretch them in behind, and it becomes tougher and tougher as the game goes on. But we had enough chances in the first half to win 2 football games, not one.
But it looked, after having Welling on the ropes with all those chances, it looked as though your side were a little dispirited and they lost their way a little bit. Yeah,
maybe. I'm not sure if it took it out of the boys, if you like, conceding that goal when they were so on top and as you say, pushing a Welling team back. But still, reaction, that's not good enough. If you take a setback, you've got to step back and go again. You've got to punch back, and that's what the boys have been doing recently. And it really, really frustrates me, because tonight could have been a fantastic night and continued a mini run and momentum that we were on. And we've suffered a couple of injuries with it. I don't know the extent of them yet. They're the last thing that we needed, and it's become instead of a fantastic night, it's become a really, really disappointing night. And that's life, that's football. We have to regroup and we have to now really dig deep and go again on Saturday, because it's Wednesday night now and we've got a big travel ahead of us on Friday going into Saturday. It's a long old way. It's going to be a tough game, but I'm gutted tonight, because on another day, another night, we have to take at least a couple of those chances.
When Welling scored their goal, it was on 23 minutes. It was against the run of play. You were already on top at that point, and it seemed as though there was plenty of time left in the game for you to come back and finish the job. But the spark just wasn't there, was it?
Yeah, no, that's again one of the bigger frustrating, annoying things for me tonight is, as much as we started, especially after the first few minutes, we started so well and asked so many questions. We just seemed to sort of think, well, hang on, we've already done that, it's going to just happen for us again. And it wasn't. We had to find another way, and we had to keep asking the questions that we were, and we sort of stopped doing it for some reason. And it's hard to put a finger on why, and some of the players were saying, even during the first half and at half-time, why have we stopped doing what was working? And listen, team shapes and style and positions within the game, opposition can dictate that and change that. But as I say, I won't go away and won't come away from, in terms of alluding to the chances that we had tonight. We have to take one, and I think if we take one, we end up going to get 2 and 3, and that was the plan before. I really felt if we got an early one, we'd go and get at least another 1 or 2. And listen, it wasn't to be. It's frustrating, but as I say, we have to dust ourselves down now and go again.
If you'd have lifted the cup tonight with a win, it would have been a consolation for this season, which hasn't gone the way anybody wanted. It's ended up with relegation, but perhaps that might have papered over some cracks, and maybe tonight was just a reflection of the way the season's gone for you.
Yeah, a little bit, Jazz. I've sort of said that to the boys in there about the chances, which I've alluded to, but also it sort of shows where we are tonight. It shows where the season's been, the way the season's gone, and I said that on the touchline to my staff, or at the end then. It sort of sums up the season tonight, and it's that sick feeling that I've got now in my throat and my chest and all the way through, and we seem to just take a little step and make a little move in terms of the right direction, and all of a sudden we just take a smack back in the face and a setback. And listen, there's no coincidence that the way the season's been and the way that it's turned out in terms of, as you said, what's happened, and then tonight sort of just, it's as if that was going to happen, as if you like, is the way this season's gone. But I've said it to you already that we're working tirelessly and very, very hard and giving everything in terms of to finish this season as strong and as positive as we can. and taking that into the summer, into next season, because that's now the main sole focus.
Well, good luck at the weekend and with the remaining games.
Thank you, Josh. Cheers.
Thanks, George.